Amy Roloff contemplates Matt's offer to buy her out from farm. It was 30 years of my life. And Amy Roloff's husband is trying to make memories with her grandchildren. LPBW star Zach Roloff's son get his first bike as a gift from Amy Roloff's husband. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. For me, leaving the farm was a challenging process. I was aware that there would be significant changes following the finalization of the divorce. Amy Roloff says in a teaser for Little People, Big World. Amy Roloff may soon be bedding the family farm, where she has lived for 30 years, a final farewell. Amy is thinking about taking her ex-husband Matt Roloff up on his offer to buy her out totally from the farm, which she moved away from in early 2020, on Tuesday's next episode of Little People, Big World. Son Zach Roloff disclosed that his mom and dad still co-own the north side of the property at the premiere last week. Matt approached me on the second time to buy me out, and this was definitely a better time because now that I'm in my new house, there's not as much gray area anymore. It's like this was this chapter. I have no part in the farm with this chapter. It's changed. Amy, 56, tells cameras. While enjoying a meal with her friends, Amy discusses the possibility of Matt's proposal. We'll now watch to see what this proposal accomplishes. However, I'm all right, she says. At first, I felt depressed, emotional, and fried because I realized that this farm had been my home for 30 years of my life. That counts for over half of my existence. Matt Roloff wants to buy out his ex-wife Amy's share of the family farm. Small people, big world. When discussing the divorce process and the feelings that accompany it, Amy finds one in particular to be meaningful. She says to her friends, especially Fear because, what do I do now? It was a big part of my life, and it's gone now. As viewers of LPBW have seen throughout the seasons, Amy and Matt, 59, raised their 4, now adult, children on the Oregon farm. Son Jacob, 24, daughter Molly, 27, and twins Jeremy and Zach, 31. 2016 saw the divorce of the former couple. The Roloffs, Matt, and Amy. Tenderness, I had a hard time getting off the farm. I was aware that there would be significant changes following the divorce's official settlement. However, I didn't realize how much harder it was. Amy explains to the cameras. Zach Roloff throws his hat in the ring to buy out his mother Amy's share of the farm. But now that she's living off of the farm and settling into her own space with fiancé Chris Marek, Amy seems more open to the offer. Now that I'm in my own place and I'm off the farm, I think making the decision of a buyout has been easier because I don't have as many emotions tied to it, she says. Ultimately, I just really want to make sure I'm making the right decision for me and that I'm happy about it in the end. Amy Roloff's husband is trying to make memories with her grandchildren. LPBW star Zach Roloff's son get his first bike as a gift from Amy Roloff's husband. In a brand new teaser for the upcoming season of Little People, Big World, Jackson, Tori, and Zach Roloff, along with Zach's mother Amy, are at the park. The group gives Jackson a huge surprise. Amy says to the 5-year-old, "Hey Jackson, Chris has something very special for you." When Jackson looks up from his game on the jungle gym, he sees Chris Marek, Amy's husband, approaching on a bike. He rushes over to see it, and Zach tells him he needs a helmet, while Tori and Zach comment on how great the gift is. "Oh, that's great," the kindergartner says. Amy remarks, "Well, it's just like your scooter," and Zach responds, "It's a brand new thing." Amy phones her 2-year-old granddaughter Lila Ray and asks Tori if either of the children has ever owned a bike other than a tricycle, while Jackson puts on his helmet. As she shakes her head, Tori says, "They'd all been too big." Later, in a confessional, Tori and Zach, who also happen to be the parents of a 6-month-old kid named Josia, respond to Jackson's unique gift. Jackson has no response and is extremely stoic. "You'll never know if he loves something or not until you bring him home by yourself," and observe how much he discusses it, she says. That Chris was able to find a bike that fits Jackson without having Jackson there, though, I think is really great. I'm inspired. Then, Chris fears for a moment that the bike might still be a little too big as he assists Jackson in getting on it. As Chris shows Jackson how to pedal ahead and how to pedal back to stop, Jackson places his feet on the pedals and gains reach. Jackson is asked if riding a bike was difficult or simple by a producer later on. It's really easy to ride a bike, Jackson says. Zach declares that it's great that Chris wants to get to know the kids in a later confessional. I believe Chris is looking for areas of common ground with the children. He rode the bike, and he has the fish tank. Thus, Zach thinks it's great that he shows interest in the youngsters and engages in enjoyable activities of that such. I think it's great. Jackson, the older son of Little People, Big World stars Zach and Tori Roloff, had never had a bike that fit him properly until he received a heartfelt present from Grandma Amy Roloff's husband in an exclusive clip. September 2019 marked Amy and Chris' engagement following 3 years of courtship. They got married in August of last year at Roloff Farms, a location that is exclusively owned by Amy's ex-husband, Matt Roloff. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.